Okay, so good day class. Welcome to your English class. So let us pray first. Okay, so let's bow our head and feel the presence of the Lord. Amen. Okay. How is your whole day? Okay. So let us check the attendance first. Let me see if we have an absent today. Okay, very good class. We don't have any absent today. Okay, so very good class. So let's proceed. So today's agenda, we have pre-test and discussion, recitation, conclusion, and application. Okay, so we have pre-test. We need to test ourselves if we have an idea about what we will discuss for today. So I'll post the questions and you need to answer. I'll give you 5 minutes to answer the question. It is only 5 items. Okay, so you may start answering. Okay, so we will check your work, let's see if your answer is correct after the discussion. Okay, so just stand by your works. Okay, so let us start. So what we will discuss for today is analyzing a story using its elements. So why we need to analyze a story? Who wants to answer? Okay, very good. Another one. Michaela. Okay, very good. Okay, we need to analyze a story to know if the story is good, if the story has a good moral, if the story is if the story is what we call a story. It is really a story. Okay, so let's have a discussion. So first, we need to know the elements of the story. So we have here 5 elements of the story. First is plot, theme, characters, point of view, and settings. So what is plot? Plot is the story all about. It answers the question, what is the story all about? Okay, so theme is the dominant idea of the story. Okay, so characters, who are the people involved in the story, and point of view, how you look at the story, and the setting, time and place where the story took place. Okay, so that's the element of the story. So let's have a short example. So I have here a story and we will read it. So read it loud, read it. So the title of the story is The Ant and the Dove. Okay, let me read it. One hot day, an ant was searching for some water. After walking around for some time, she came to the spring. To reach the spring, she had to climb up the blade of grass. While making her way up, she slipped and fell into the water. She could have drowned if a dove up a nearby tree had not seen her. Seeing that the ant was in trouble, the dove quickly plucked off a leaf and dropped it into the water near the struggling ant. The ant moved towards the leaf and climbed up there. Soon it carried her safe to the dry ground. Just at the time, a hunter nearby was throwing out his net toward the dove, hoping to trap it. Guessing what he was about to do, the ant quickly bit him on the field. Feeling the pain, the hunter dropped his net. The dove was quickly to fly away to safety. Okay, so let's analyze the story. Let's analyze first the story. So, let's go back to the elements of the story. What are those? Plot, theme, characters, point of view, and setting. Okay. So, what is the story all about? The plot. What is the story all about? Okay. It's about the dove and the ant. Okay, very good. Theme. What is the dominant idea of the story? Okay. The dominant idea of the story is helping each other. Okay, because the dove help the ant, and the ant help the dove back. Okay. So characters. Who are the people involved? Who are the characters? The dove and the ant. Okay, the dove and the ant. What point of view? How you look at the story? Who wants to answer? Okay, if you do good to others, they will good to you too. Okay, very good. So, setting where the story took place. Okay, very good. In the river and side river. Okay, very good. Very good, class. So, let's proceed. So, figure of speech. So, we have 5 main figure of speech. These are simile, metaphors, personification, hyperbole, and onomatopoeia. So, that is the 5 main figure of speech. So, why we will discuss it? Because some of the stories contains of this figure of speech. Okay, so we will see what are those, what are the figure of speech, what are the meaning of those figure of speech. Okay, so first, simile. So what is a simile? A simile is a figure of speech that uses comparison. So it compares, comparison, for example, comparison. In a simile, we use 2 specific words. What are those? Like and as. For example, Teacher Charmaine is like on butterfly, like that. You are comparing like us. Okay, what another example? What are another example for it? For example, another example of simile. For example, quite like a mouse, diba? Miss Minchi quite like a mouse. Like that. You are comparing. Okay. So another one is metaphor. Next is metaphor. Metaphor and the simile are quite similar to each other. A metaphor also uses compares the things that are in no way similar. It does so to bring out the symbols. So for example of this is a metaphor is you are comparing to like simile, but metaphor you are not allowed to use like and as. You are directing, you are comparing thing or person direct. For example, Alec is a chicken. Okay. So we don't use like or as. You are directing. You comparing Alex. You are comparing Alex chicken. Okay, you are not using like or as. Okay, Alex is a chicken. Okay, so another example is love is battlefield. Okay, you are comparing, but you are not using like or as. Okay, love is battlefield. Love is battlefield. If you use simile, love is like a battlefield. Okay, but in metaphor, you are directing. Love is battlefield. Okay, so you get it? Okay. So next is personification. So personification is interesting. Figure of speech. In this, we personify or represent a non-human entity as human. We give an inanimate object or an intangible idea of some human qualities such as emotion or gestures or even speeches. Okay, so personification, we personify or represent a non-human entity as human. For example of it is, the wind blow as the storm grows stronger. Oh, that's right. The wind blowed as the storm grows stronger. So what is the personification here? The blow, because the wind never blow. Okay, the humans are one who blow like that. Okay, so the wind is non-human entity. So the blow is human. Okay, the human did. So that's the personification. The thing, one thing is you use human activities or human did in a thing. That the best example, the wind blowed as the storm grows stronger. Okay, so another, the boat dance in the puddle. The boat dance in the puddle. So only the person who can dance. Okay, but we can use it in the boat. So in the sea, if the wave is stronger, so the boat is dancing. Okay, so that is the first personification. Okay, so next is hyperbole. So hyperbole is, in the Greek language, translate to excess, and that is what it does. We use hyperbole to emphasize the importance or overstate something. Emphasize or overstate of something. So for example of this is, his grandfather is older than the hills. Who is the person who older than the hills? Because the hills is the one who God's made first than the human. Okay, so you are hyperbole is you are explaining or describing something over. Okay, for example, Mr. Belika is taller than the tower. Okay, taller than the tower. That is the example of hyperbole. You are describing or you are explaining something over OA. What we call in millennial OA, overacting, like that. Okay, so that is hyperbole. You are acting over. You are overstating something. Okay? So next is onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is a figure of speech where words or phrases indicate sounds. So you are using using sounds, often to bring about more energy and better describing a setting. So you are using sounds here. You are using also four senses. Okay? So for example is the bees buzz around the garden. So we use the word bees, which is the sound of we use the word buzz, which is the sound of bees. Oh, so that is onomatopoeia. Okay, so you are using words. So another example is the leaves were rustling. The leaf is rustling, which is the leaf. We use the rustling to the leaves. Okay, so you are using the sounds or four senses. Okay, so that is the lesson for today. Okay, let us review. Let's go back to the discussion. So what are the elements of the story? The plot, the theme, the characters, point of view, setting. Okay, so what is plot? Plot is the story all about. Okay, the theme is the dominant of the story. The character is the people who involved in the story. The point of view is how you look at the story, and setting is where the story took place. Okay, so we have also five figure of speech. What are those? Simile, metaphor, personification, hyperbole, and onomatopoeia. Okay, so simile is comparing. We use words like words like and as. So metaphor is like simile. We comparing also, but we don't use like and as. We compare it directly, like Alex is chicken. Okay. So next is personification. We use human did or human activities in a thing. For example is the wind blow. Okay, the wind blow, the boat is dancing. Okay, that is personification. So hyperbole is you are overstating something. Okay, you are for example is that my grandfather is older than the hills. Mr. Belika is taller than the tower. That is hyperbole. Okay, next is onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is you are using four senses. For example, sounds, touch, you are using words. We are using words. For example, the bees buzz. Okay, we are using the sounds of bees. So that is onomatopoeia. Okay, so who wants to summary the lessons like what I did? Who wants to summary? Anyone? Okay. Okay, very good. Another one. Okay, very good. So I know that you really understand the discussion for today. So let's have a quiz. Okay, so I'll post the link and you will join the link. Okay, so we already done for today. So I have an assignment for all of you. So it is the assignment: find an English story and analyze it using its element, and find if the story content of figure of speech. Okay, so you will pass it tomorrow in our time. So that's all for today. I hope that you have something to learn, and I hope everyone is safe and in a good condition. Okay, so thank you everyone for participating and listening. So I hope that we always do good. So that's all, and we already time. So goodbye class.